the video over again. We're gonna roll some weed up. What's up, everybody? It's me, Erica, and we are down here, girl. We are down here, and we don't have anything to talk about. And I said I was gonna read some of your comments from the video about T.S. Madison and Nene's conversation. I said in the last video that I wanted to read some of your comments, but then the ADD kicked in and we talked about everything else but that. but that. So let's roll the weed up. Go ahead and like, subscribe, and comment and let me know you stopped by. Yeah, see the timer just went off. I want to read some of your comments from the Nene leaks video. Okay. Can I get your number, baby, so I can show you what I'm all about? Now that you're sitting next to me, where you want to be? I'm kissing wonder. To my eyes, tell me how many times in your life, hey, once you get an opportunity like this tonight, tell me a little something about you. Tell me a little. I got a house in the Capri. Sing me my song. There's a little something about me. I got a house in Capri and my own G4 and the Benz with the doors that pop from the floor. You talk about the clothes in a minute. La 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 la. La 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 la. Engage in an intimate conversation with a young groupie or two. Yes. Every time I turn around, I find my heart in pieces in the ground. I'm looking for my one and only. Okay, let's read the comments. When you get an opportunity like this tonight, tell me a little something about you. Yes. I got a house in the Capri and my own G4 and a Benz with the doors that lift up from the floor. Hey, the club about to close in a minute. Can I get your number, baby, so you and I can go get in it? Hey, pick you up. Oh, and go take you out. Yeah. Can I get your number, baby, so I can show you what I'm all about? What I'm all about. Yeah. Come on, Jermaine Dupri did his motherfucking thing on Emancipation of Mimi. Oh my God, I gotta give you flowers, little nigga. I gotta give you flowers, little nigga. It was released in 2005. It's 20-year anniversary. The genre says funk, soul, pop, style, swing beat, and ballad. That's what it says. I'm looking for my one and only. Last sold April 20th, 2025. And I feel like he did and then we had To the Floor. Everybody to the floor. Hey. To the floor. Hey. Everybody to the floor. Yes. Wait a minute. Hey. To the floor. Everybody to the floor. Hey. Okay, I need to start this video over. Okay, I'll just cut it out. Let's read the comments, girl. This is a mess. Okay, let's read the comments. Okay, I'm gonna go to newest comments. Okay, I'm gonna start off with the newest comments. Oh no, let's do because they give you a lot of different. Let's do the top comments. I'll start with the top comments. Excuse me. All right. This is from Sexy Kitty 07. She says, let me say this. There is nothing, in all caps, wrong with wanting and only wanting a heterosexual man. That's okay. Right. And then the fact that I think what is annoying is the way that y'all act like it's so simple, but you still are resistant to understanding the complexities of the thing. Like, you reduce what Just Hilarious said down to women have uteruses. Well, she didn't say anything wrong. Okay. Then when Nene comes out with her explanation and her feelings, you're like, she didn't say anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with what she said, girl. And it's like, we're not even, girl, if you're not going to, like, to me, I feel like, I literally feel like this. If you're not going to actually sit down and be open to the conversation, and you just running around in the comment section, copying and pasting the same shit in everybody's comment section, go away. Wherever the hell you guys are, where you're just sitting there looking at each other, saying exactly in your dumb, stagnant state of mind, and you're refusing to unlearn the things that are also this idea that you have harms you too. That's why it's called a phobia, because it's so irrational that you can't even see the way that y'all speak about things when it relates to these particular topics are harmful. Whether or not you meant harm. Girl, where's my lip do? In arm's reach, I can just find one. Look, lip do. I got lip do everywhere. It don't matter, girl. Everywhere. I was like, I need to put them all in a. I have them all in a bag now because I was like, these cannot be all over the place. Oh, here it is. It was right here, the one I was really looking. I'm gonna read your comments, girl. We're gonna get to it. It's just I'm all over the place today. That's why I need to smoke a little bit of reefer so I can calm down a little bit. So I burn some sandalwood. Okay, I'm not gonna read the thread. I'm just gonna read the comment. As a straight man, I wouldn't be attracted to a trans man. It's natural for men who are attracted to women to be attracted to the aesthetic and representation of women coming from trans women. I know that's hard for some to digest because of stagnated thinking. Okay, here's another one. These are comments by some members of the channel. It says Justina Pickett 900. She says, this shit right here is exactly why I don't miss being in relationship with men. The sex, retrospectively, was never worth the risk or the headache of being with a man. 7 years free now, and I'm loving my life more than ever. Shout out to the girls who are celibate. Me too. 2 divorces later, and I'm with you when you write. Yeah. A lot of the girls are opting out. That's what somebody else said. Let me go down to the comments. She said, first of all, who wants to be wanted by a straight man? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, y'all in the right place. First of all, let's start at the beginning. Who the fuck wants to be wanted and picked by one of these niggas? Y'all do. That's why y'all keep having this conversation. You say that it's not. You say that it's not what it is. And I'm so glad that Nene said what it was, because it is that's what it is. It really is what it is. Mm. This is another man. Let me look. I think this is a man. Yeah, this is Rod. Rod B66 says Nene's stance on the subject tells how many still see trans women as gay men. I don't understand why so many black people hold on to the conservative mindset when it's really anti-black, no matter what community is targeted. Great discussion, Erica. And do you feel powerful? Like, tell me, the ones that are coming, do you feel powerful when you tell a trans woman that they were born male, as if they don't know that? Like, bitch, I knew I was a male before you motherfucking knew I was a male, bitch. That's the gag. So you telling me I'm a male, you're not doing nothing. I really think y'all feel some sense of power in that. Checking my mic. Sense of power in telling a trans person that you're not a man. Do y'all go run around telling trans men that? The crazy part is I follow a lot of trans men on IG, and I do see those comments. Right, I do see those comments, and for any person who is not white with these views, you're nuts, and I'm sorry, you're nuts, because all you're doing is upholding the shit that oppresses you. Just keep going down the line. When you uphold whiteness or colorism, there you are. When you're male centered, there you are. When you're, oh, they're straight and you're straight and your penis goes in the vagina and that's it, there you are. When, oh, you're going to hell if you, there you are. Agent Smith, that's why I say it's Agent Smith. You are literally enforcing the matrix. The binary is not real. Go watch The Matrix. Go watch The Matrix again. You see what you want to see. That woman walking down the street with that red dress. It's not what it seems, girl. What you think it is, it's not. Because in reality, none of this shit is real. That's the crazy part. And y'all are literally trying to conserve on to old ideas, and every single time you are buffering. Every single time you're buffering. Okay, let's go to the next comment. This is from Joyce of April. Always appreciate your take, Erica. Thank you. Here's Scorpio Bell. Shout out to Scorpio Bell. Why do you think a sign is something that prevents a rapist? Sign on the door of a bathroom will not keep a rapist from going in. They don't have to dress up to rape. Exactly. And she's referring to the section of the video where Kaden was asking the woman, if you saw, do men get dressed up as women to go into women's bathrooms and harm women? And the truth is no. The majority of the time, if you hear a man that was in the bathroom trying to harm a woman, he's a cisgender heterosexual man, not a cross dresser. You don't hear too. You don't. I don't. Like I said, I don't hear any too many documented stories where that's a fact, and that's the reason why that bathroom conversation is so irrational. As a lesbian woman who has dated trans women, oh, this was a good comment. This is NCIS9UE. As a lesbian woman who has dated trans women, if a person considering themselves a hetero man dating or sleeping with a trans woman, then you are super gay, like myself. Being with a trans woman is not the same as being with a biological female. It is not the same. I've lived in Atlanta, Tampa, now Los Angeles. In my 45 years of gayness, straight men know they are trans women, and most men have done something sexual with other men at some point in their lives. They're gay, all of them. TS is a biological male sleeping with a biological male. Now we can put all new labels on this just to make men feel better about their gayness. That's all this is. They can't deal with who they are, trans or not trans. I can tell you all stories on stories. Most men have been with another man because they look at sex differently. Most men don't care who it comes from. They are queer, meaning they like everybody. They can be attracted to a trans woman, but as soon as they cross that line and stay there, they're gay, period. That's her comment. I thought that was a good comment, good perspective. But at the end of the day, that's why Madison, the term is like, where you say the term is queer, like you're doing something, it's always doing something outside of that box is considered queer. So that's why they say that if you are dealing with a trans woman, because the trans woman is under that queer umbrella, now you are part of that queer community. But like some trans women will tell you, if you ask a man that have been with trans women, what is your sexuality? They will say, what is your orientation? They will say, I'm straight. They will say that. Now, maybe men just don't have the language, like Wayne Brady. I thought about that yesterday. Wayne Brady said, I come to understand that I'm pansexual, right? I have the language now to say that, yes, I'm attracted to cis and trans women, but me being in relationship with someone outside of that white male heterosexual Christian box, I'm queer now. So now I'm pansexual because I sleep with whoever provides me the needs that I want, provides me with what I need, right? So maybe men who they need to understand that they're pansexual, but because men are socialized to be averted to queerness, that straight, and I use that loosely, straight men are taught to be averted to queerness. So in my mind, even though if I am sleeping with trans women, I'm not going to consider myself queer. I'm going to call myself straight. That's just like when you think about men and how they think, until they are able to accept, okay, because I'm with like pan, like I feel like in your mind, like when you're seeing a trans woman, that's a heterosexual feeling, right? Now you're saying, okay, after they get together and you find out that she is still has her parts, then you are now queer, right? I was listening to her, and he was talking about um, the same thing. Everybody's talking about this, and I think it's really good. Like, even though Nene sounded completely ignorant, I really think this is a good conversation. But I don't want to have conversations with people who are just like this. I don't want to hear anything you have to say. I just want to use my copy and paste pre-programmed statement every single time. I'm going to say the same thing every single time. No, get away. If you're going to hold on to the rose bush of the patriarchy, go right ahead, girl. Bleed to death. Couldn't wait for you to address this. You always make me really think about things. I love Kat. Excellent work and channel. Always serves brilliance and fabulous looks. Thank you so much, Erica. The education around gender identity and sexuality is key. I love it on your page. You are appreciated. Thank you so much. That is Candace Antria. Vocals for You says, I'm sorry, I just can't with Nene. What annoys me most is that most homosexual men usually only like homosexual males. I do find some transgender women to be attractive. It's just not for me as a homosexual male who wants a relationship with a male partner. Hopefully, the way the world would move for individuals to love who they love unapologetically throughout history. Yeah, that's the thing. The men who are dating and being seen with trans women, they don't want to be called gay, y'all, because in their head, that's the reason why Puffy commits so much harm against women. He can't, nobody, they don't want to be called gay because the way that society handles gay men, like, it's like, I don't understand how y'all don't understand why straight men who are in relationship with queer people are don't want to be called gay. And I think you guys get off on it. You're gay. You're gay. You're a man. It's like, girl, shut up. That shit is so weird to me. It is so weird to me. And I think it has everything to do not just with ignorance, but this semblance of power. Because Black women have been told all their lives, you have no power, you're most disrespected, you're this, you're that, you're blah 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 blah. And so if I can access a little semblance of how these men treat us and how white people treat us, and I can do that to another person, I'm gonna do it. That's how the girls are acting. They want to be able. That's why it's so crucial that you know who you're around, because some people, they don't want equality. They want privilege so they can dominate and control. That is what they want. So if a woman who has no power anywhere else in her life, in society, has been told you're this, this, and that, if I can taste a little bit of that power by talking shit to a trans woman and asserting that she's a man and you're still this and you're that and you're that, y'all look, you know what y'all look like? Remember when the lady was going to school and those white people were behind her yelling and looking like demons? That is what I picture every single time. I picture the same image, just of people yelling in the back, face all contorted, evil. That's what it looks like to me. It looks evil. It feels evil. It does. It does. And then somebody in the comments, oh, you can't account for 400 years of oppression. Girl, do you know that those oppressed, enslaved people there were queer people in there too? That's what y'all be missing. People have existed forever before this whole system was created. None of that other shit mattered. It never mattered. It never mattered until these motherfuckers decided they wanted to control people. Y'all, social engineering is not fake. What you are, so go watch They Live. It's from 1984. Like I said, none of this shit is new. Go watch They Live and put some motherfucking glasses on so you can see the real message. And what's coming out of your mouth is so evil and harmful. It's imperative you unlearn it in an effort to progress. You're trying to hold on to something that when I keep whittling it down, you are next. You're next. You're next. So be careful what you're cheering for, what you're lighting your fucking tiki torches for. Be mindful. And for all of those who got their glasses on, you watch out for people. Watch the small little things that they say. You didn't hear Nene say, but they don't know. In her mind, she has accepted that these men that she wants to pick her so desperately lie to their motherfucking asses every single day. And y'all don't want to admit it. These niggas lie to y'all every fucking day. They need y'all to hold these bigoted ideas so they can still move through the community the way that they move through the community. And you, as a woman with your crazy ideas, you help promote and infuse the DL culture. These niggas want their cake and they want yours too. And they want to eat everybody's cake. Everybody. Y'all just want to be picked. Y'all just want to know. Oh, that's why I say the TERFs, trans exclusionary radical feminists, y'all ain't nothing but a bunch of motherfucking disgruntled pick-me's, mad, pissed off because a dick left the market. Yes, bitch. Yes. I have no room for anyone who is literally stuck in their copy and paste. You're a man. You're a man. You're this. Girl, shut the fuck. Like, when I tell you, shut up. Shut up. And more people would actually listen to you. That as ignorant as Nene sounded, they literally sounded like they were two women having a conversation with nobody around and her feeling comfortable enough to say, frown her face up and say, if he wants you, I don't want him. Now y'all need to talk about your relationships to dicks. That's what y'all need to talk about. At the end of the day, y'all just running around trying to get picked by these motherfuckers.
It was gone.
Let me just go in the bush and weep. Let me just go in the bush and weep. I just have to go in the bush and weep. Really.
Picked. I don't want him if he don't want me, but he does want you. He wants his cake and he wants yours too. And he wants to eat them both. Hey Diva, I love the conversation between Nene and T.S. Madison. This is shout out to Mary Jane's Baby. Mary Jane's Baby has been around for a long time on the page. Shout out to you, Diva. Shout out to you, Diva. She says, hey, Diva, I love the conversation between Nene and T.S. Madison because things needed to be said and heard. When Nene said, I want a man who wants Hello Kitty, I'm like, girl, any man can want Hello Kitty. And the crazy part, I see y'all giving these niggas too much. Y'all give them too much. Too much power. Too much power. I just want a man who wants pussy. Okay. He wants pussy and dick and ass and under the arms and mouth and no wherever he could stick it, bitch. They down there in the goddamn butterball factory, fucking chickens. I personally don't think men who dabble with trans women are straight. Just say pansexual. If you pay attention, you can tell the difference between trans and natural women. Their features, mannerisms, and voice. This group of men know what they're interested in. I said, I agree with pansexual, but when you ask those men, they'll say they're straight. Maybe they don't have the language yet. That's what I'm saying. Is a lot of men don't have the language yet. But if, as we're talking about these things, then I think a safer place for everybody would be creating safe spaces for men to live outside of the constructs of the patriarchy. But within the context of a patriarchy, men are able to still control and dominate women, and that's more of their desire than being free. Because if everybody was free and equal, they wouldn't have anybody to dominate and control, right? So they want to hold on to the tenets of patriarchy because in that they can dominate and control people, and so instead of being free, they'd rather control. Instead of being equal, they'd rather control, right? They don't want to be. They don't want to compete with other groups of men. They want to compete with women. Why do they compete with women? Because that's a place where they can have control. They won't compete with the men that actually have the tools and the resources to compete with them, because they know they don't have the tools and the resources to compete with other groups of men. But I can oppress you because I'm still a man under a system of patriarchy, and I can still oppress you. You're still going to center me. This is the last place where I can have any semblance of power. And that's within a relationship with you. And you so desperately want it, so desperately want it. And then I also want relationships with trans women. But since you so desperately want me, you're not going, I won't be able to have sex with you if I tell you that I also have sex with trans women or I have sex with men. You won't you won't accept me. That's what TS was trying to tell Nene. These men want to have sex with whoever provides them pleasure. And if they know that your homophobia or transphobia is going to cut off access to you, he's not going to share anything with you. And because of that, this is where you come in with your responsibility. You get on prep because y'all not putting the dicks down. Neither are the trans women, neither are the gay men. They're not putting the dicks down. So, girl, whether you like it or not, straight women, you are sharing your beloved straight men with everybody, whether he tells you he's strictly pussy or not. So, what do you do in response to that? Stop blaming them, but take precaution. Period. Because not only are they having sex with everybody, because they're sneaking around being secretive and they get a thrill off of that, they're practicing risky behaviors with everybody. So, everybody, because of the way men have a relationship with sex, everybody needs to be on guard if you are having sex with men. Men, and there's literally, we call it pansexual, but there's literally now a term, MSM. What does that mean, class? Men who have sex with men. They don't want to be called gay. That's like why we're back here. Like, they don't want to be called gay, but they are having sex with men because they're still associating gay with like femininity. I really think at the, like, when we just like peel it, I think it's femininity, right? And so they're like, no, right? So I don't want to be feminine. I don't want to be called gay, but I still want to have sex with men, but I don't want to be called gay because gay is like, girl, you know what I'm saying? So I don't want to be. I'm with a man. I want to be with a man. That's what Puffy's over there abusing women the way he is, because he really wants to be with a man. He really wants to be with a man. Even to what's her name's Jane's testimony. I just didn't understand why it seemed like he was just afraid, like he was really curious about being with men. Yes, the girl explains it. So, like I always say, the women need deprogramming. The women always act like they the last to know. Black women always act like they the last to know. And you're so focused on the trans women, and the men are in the back like this. Ooh, they fighting. Ooh, I love when they fight, girl. I love when they fight because I can still move through each community without the women actually talking because they're mad at each other, and I'm in the center like this. Y'all want this dick? Y'all want this dick? That's what y'all fighting over.
Who are these niggas?
Throwing pussies, fighting over dick. And at the same time, these motherfuckers is killing trans women and cis women at crazy rates. Insane. And when a trans woman is murdered, nobody says nothing. And guess what? Guess when they're not saying anything as well. Guess when they're always quiet? When Black women go missing. Oh, sounds similar? Because a lot of y'all don't really understand until you understand, like, if it's some struggling involved or death involved or harm involved. Like, I've literally been trying to not say that, but that these men that y'all are fighting over are literally a threat to both groups of women and men and children. They're literally a threat. and people are fighting over whether they want women or not, even though you know how they show up with trans women, how they show up with cis women, how they show up with other men, how they show up with children. You know, you telling a trans woman that they are not a woman and they don't have a pussy, that they know that. It's like you're not saying anything that somebody doesn't know. And the fact that you act like you're educating somebody on who they are, you're unwilling to learn something new. You're unwilling to expand your idea of including other people in your womanhood, into womanhood, not your womanhood. Let me correct that. Into womanhood, period. Because it's not yours. And that's another thing. Just because you have a pussy, you don't have the say over what femininity looks like. And if you think about what you think, I literally want you to write down femininity and what you think femininity is and write it down. Don't go look on Google or anything. What is in your mind's eye when I say femininity? Write down all the things you associate with femininity and write down all the things you associate with masculinity. And then ask yourself, why do I associate this with femininity? Where did I learn that? Where did I learn that? And then why is it when that femininity is expressed in a male body or a gay man or a trans woman, why are you mad at that expression when other people do it? Why are you wanting to confine people to their genitalia? One, and two, not and be a part of like suppressing people's expression. Like, this is one life that you're going to get here. You might go on, you might come back, because I feel like it's a video game for real. And if you don't get it right, you'll come back and you'll be taught the same lessons. That's why you deja vu, you're like, what? I've been here before. Yes, you have. Because you didn't get it right the last time. You didn't get it right the last time. You spent your time on earth yelling at trans women about their dicks. You spent time on earth doing that. You spent time on earth talking shit about trans children in the comments, talking shit about Zaya Wade, talking shit. That's how you spent your time. You spent your time trying to enforce rules of a system that was made to oppress people. You are running around and spending some time on earth enforcing those rules, forgetting your history, that they did it to you. And now here you are, shaking your finger at somebody, wanting to push their asses into a box. Who gives a fuck how people live as long as they ain't moving around like Puffy and the rest of these niggas that want to move around like that? As long as they ain't fucking with children, as long as they are not messing with animals, old people, people who can't consent, who cares? No one person can impede on your existence unless you are agreeing on impeding on somebody else's existence. If you agree that you're going to not allow, you want these people to live in a black and white world, that's a binary. No, loud, live, and in color. Like T.S. Madison says that all the time. Like, I want to be able to live the spectrum of life and do harm to none in the process. And you're in the comments like mad and upset because you think, you know why you think somebody wants to force you to do something? That is literally a trauma response to the patriarchy, to being forced to do things you don't want to do. Don't change your mind. You don't have to change your mind. You don't have to expand. You don't. Stay right there. Stay right there. Spend your time on earth instead of just allowing people to live like I don't understand it. I don't understand why anyone wants to confine another person, enslave another person into a construct that isn't even real, y'all. Makes my head want to explode. My God, you're spending your time on earth running around telling trans women that they're biological males. No shit, bitch. You ain't no fucking genius. Get the fuck out of here with that dumb shit. And it's literally like you're having a conversation and here you come with your copy and paste pre-programmed patriarchal comment. Okay, girl, thanks. We know that they're males. Thank you. Bye. Girl, we know. And it's almost like you feel some power in being able to say that. All facts. I'm a heterosexual, but I never understood the willingness to punch down, particularly when coming people who are already marginalized. I'm dedicated to updating my operating system. It's stupid to grip tightly to all these binary boxes and limitations. It's all made up. Yet when it suits, we as marginalized people try to reinforce the same harm to other people. I refuse to be an agent. I refuse. Love you, Erica. This is from Natalie Nurse 403. I just said, I didn't even know this comment was right here. I just said everything. That's how you know when the vibes are right. When it starts sounding crazy, then girl, get it out of here. And you can tell when people are open, when people are like, I need to unlearn. All of us have a lot of unlearning to do. All of us have a lot of learning to do. When you think that this is it, this is where it stops, that's not true. And it's never been true because what you're saying that it stops here, it actually had a beginning. And before that, it existed without these confinements. Like these restrictions were literally taught to you. There are literally other civilizations where there's no gender. That's why you hear a lot of Southeast Asians go back and forth with he and she because there's no gender in the language. There's no gender in the language. So they will say he and she, they will call, they'll be talking about um, a person with a penis and they will say she. And it's not in the he or she. And it's just like, it's not, there's no gender. So who gives a fuck? Girl, it's so crazy. It is so crazy. And it's like you literally are telling somebody just because you have this is what you're supposed to do with it. You can only do that with it. Girl, shut up. Who cares? Let people live their life in the full spectrum while doing harm to none. Like, what is your problem? Like you're not even trying to analyze why it is you're going around the comments doing like this, looking like a damn fool, enforcing some shit that oppresses your silly ass, girl. That's why TERFs are stupid. Y'all so dumb. And just like Drew said, here, I want you to listen to Drew and T.S. Madison talking. Just like Drew said, you don't even realize that what you're upholding. Hold on, did I save it? I think I saved it. Here it goes. Hold on.
And they kind of fucking hate TERFs. Yes. And they kind of undermine the entire fucking point of feminism as a fucking whole. TERFs, I've gotten fucking shit from them, and also Trump supporting women. Yeah. Like, because I made a video literally saying, I fucking hate him. I hate him, and if you voted for him, I hate you too. Yeah. I like explicitly said that in a video that did really well on TikTok, and I had so many white women mostly messaging me saying like, oh, I don't understand why we can't have different pause. Me of all people, yeah, don't fucking follow me. Like, they're like, you don't want our support? No, I don't. No. I don't need it. I don't need it. I don't want it. Don't fucking give it to me. I've told them, don't follow me, unfollow me, block me, don't spend such money on shit I sell. Right. I don't give a fuck. Yes. Like, and that's the thing about you and I is like, we're fucking about it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm with the shits, bitch. Yeah. I'm for real. For real. When I tell you I fucking hate him, I hate him. Yes, I don't like him. And somebody, oh my God, we so kindred spirits. And we're unwilling to like hide that part of us. Because it's like, bitch, listen, if you went down there to the polls and you pressed anything, if you thought like, oh, well, he's going to bring down eggs, and you didn't hear all the rest of the shit. Nothing else registered. Nothing at all. So you didn't hear anything else, but he's gonna bring down eggs. You didn't hear them running on the stupid fact that like trans people are the public enemy number one. Right, and it's exactly. Like how? Less than 1% of the population. How? Sure. And I was like, less than 1% of the population. That's why the TERF thing was really upsetting to me, because they're like, I thought you fought for women. I do. Yeah. I fight for all women. Yeah. You fight for white women. Yeah. Even if you yourself are not a white woman, if you're a fucking TERF, yes, you're only fighting for white women. Girl, listen. You're fighting their battle, girl.
You're fighting their battle, girl. That's crazy as hell. Could just be me, but women looking goofy arguing this. If you don't want to sleep with someone for whatever reason, bigoted as it may be, that's your right. Just leave it there. You, not you, diva, lose me when you try to bend yourself into a pretzel trying to label people's sexuality, but lack the knowledge and language to do so. As you said, there are some people that may only want trans men and women and not cis individuals. Some want folks that have had top surgery versus no top surgery. Sexuality is very complex. I don't know all the labels for these intricacies, but I do understand most things don't fit into the binary. We've been taught about sexuality. Period. That's the thing. It's like you are literally trying to, like Agent Smith, you are trying to hold on to black and white. And it's like, girl, no, no, no. Nene knew this would be this is from see you hoes. I don't know. Nene knew this would be controversial. There is something to be said for a woman who is not desperate for male companionship at any age. You do you. Don't let others unlearn you. Just like others have choices, people who identify with the sex they were born with do too. Okay. I felt this is from Cherish Real Love 8990. I felt hurt. It felt hurtful from Nene comment about I can't date men who dated you. I just think it was very insensitive to say in that moment. We have to be open to hear each other, to understand each other. But I felt like Nene wasn't open. Yeah, and it's like, I'm sorry, that's hurtful to say to somebody. I don't want the men who want you. Why? What's wrong with me? You have a dick. But it's complicated though, because I've heard T.S. Madison say she wouldn't date a trans man, which is weird because they are men just like trans women are women. She has a right to her preference, but it's a phobia when it's the other way around. I think Madison, I'm not sure, and you guys can get in the comments if you've heard her say it. I'm not sure. I haven't watched every single Madison video or live. But I think she prefers men who are straight. Like Kat Black said it. Like she doesn't even want to date a straight man. And I think T.S. Madison, I think that I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to speak about it because I don't know. Like a lot of people say what they've heard T.S. Madison say. And again, what T.S. Madison says, while she is a public facing person and she is an advocate and an activist, she doesn't, because it's so complex, she's literally can only speak from her experience, but then also speak for the wider conversation, right? Because even she has admitted that we all of us, we're all learning and unlearning at the same time, right? And for some people, they unlearn and they're like, okay, I understand, I get this opens a space, this creates a safer space for people, this allows men to express who they are and what they like and not be under the confinements of the patriarchy, and the rules of the patriarchy, because it's very binary, right? The rules of the patriarchy are just, it's either this or that. This just everything on down the line, even down to your politics, right? It's either or, either or, either or, either or. It's never like it can't not be all. Like it can't be all of this. It can only be either or. No, that's not. That's not true because I see it. I see it. You're not going to tell me that I see it. I see that it's not just that. So I'm not going to wrap my head in something when I see it for myself. These people exist and have always existed. And them being more visible is good because to me, I feel like it's good and it's bad because yes, it brings more visibility, but then you have the ignorance that comes along with it. And the only way that you can, dwindle the ignorance is by discussing things like this and being able to discuss it and not with this angry, like, what are you mad about? I get frustrated because I'm like, why are you what are you mad about? Um, Erica, you have okay. Thank you, Rod66. Thank you for having this chat out loud, Miss Taffy Pools. I did not realize how obtuse Nene is. I had secondhand embarrassment from her. That's from Avril Rains. Felicia Stan says, yes, you broke this down. Appreciate your perspective and intelligence. Thank you. Do not die evil. I'm just learning about these things. I had no idea what pansexual was until Janae Monet came out as such. LOL. I had to Google it. Like, what the fuck is that? I am thankful for the term because it honestly does help with understanding. Older people have not caught wind of everything yet. I had the time and desire to look it up and educate myself. Way more people in my generation do than past generations. I honestly think it just comes from a place of us naturally loving LGBTQIA people because it is not so taboo now. I grew up in the hood and I have literal gangbanger friends who will dap up and hug my gay, trans, etc. friends. And when bringing them up in conversation, they'll be like, oh, yeah, that's my nigga. We just honestly don't care. We are getting better as a society. I know it's hard to see sometimes, but we will be okay. This is why I tell people that labels actually do matter because language is important. Without it, we cannot understand certain things. There are even people in the LGBTQIA community who are willfully and ignorant and hateful towards one another's sexuality and gender identity too. Just because they are in the same community does not mean they are in community with one another. That's why I heard that quote from Julesy. She said, I can't remember, she was quoting somebody. I can't remember who she quoted, but when she said it out her mouth, it was just like bing for me. Just because we share identity does not mean we are in community. And I have to remember that every single day. Just because we share identity does not mean we are in community. Just because we share identity does not mean we are in community. Same with all kinfolk and kinfolk. Isn't that thing? That's the same thing. Same thing. Even within the rainbow, girl. Yes. And the irony is it's only mimicking what's happening within like, you cannot say because they're under this umbrella that it's not happening. The colorism, texturism, featureism, all the shit is happening. And the same shit is happening. It's no different. Same shit. Women getting on their knees to propose, like people being dressed in suits and dresses for like what outfits, and like all of it is still within a patriarchy. All the things, even the femmes and the mask, like it's still a thing. Tops and bottoms, it's still a thing where like it's almost like this thing where bottoms are disrespected or somehow mistreated because they're the receivers. And it's just like the same shit, the same thing, y'all. People, like, everybody has a lot to unlearn from this stuff, everybody. And when you're holding on to stuff and like excluding people, even those people are holding on to stuff and excluding people, literally. Just because they are in the same community does not mean they are in community with one another. It reminds me of when Black people say all skin folk and kinfolk. I just have to keep on reading, huh? I think Nene is a part of the generation where they love gay men, but they frown their noses up, which is literally exactly what she did at everyone else who is queer. They think they're just gay and straight, and that simply isn't what it is. I recently taught my dad this, and he was stressed, but but he eventually got it. Yeah, I love this comment. Yeah, that was a good comment. I've been with a DL man. Unlike most that are out there, they treat gay men like trash. He worshiped the ground I walked on. Don't judge me. I'll never do it again, though. We're all here to learn, no judgment. That's what MJB came back and said. No, like, and then that's when you guys try to, like, you oversimplify it by saying, well, that's not transphobic that she said that she only wants to sleep with men who want pussy, but it was like, I don't want nobody who wants you. Girl, that's fucking mean. That's and then like you would understand it if it was a light-skinned woman and a dark-skinned woman, and the light-skinned woman looked at the dark-skinned woman and said, I don't want no man who wants you. You would understand it then. You would understand how mean it is then, wouldn't you? Okay, I'm just saying. I'm just giving you an example. I'm not trying to say nothing, but I'm trying to say something. You understand what I'm saying? Nene thinks it's nasty. That's why she did all that. An old school ignorant shit. Shout out to 2Ls. She says, hey, Diva, I feel like you've been teaching the people about trans issues for a while now. It's always baffling to me when people come to the comments to debate. I guess they feel like they have to defend womanhood as if it's under attack by trans women. If one is staunch on their binary views of gender and sexuality, then okay. Why come into a queer space to debate? That irks the shit out of me because I know you're not here to learn and unlearn. You are here to just like your pre-program, like you have the pre-programmed patriarchal program responses. Some nigga pulls a string in your back and you post it, say some dumb shit over and over and over and over again. And you're unwilling to learn, you're unwilling to expand. And no matter how nice someone says something to you, you're committed to not understanding, you're committed to your cognitive dissonance. You are. You're committed to whatever truth you've told yourself, whatever truth somebody taught you about another group of people. You have it in your head. You don't want to let go of it. Nene was like a visual representation. She didn't want to let go. No, no. Her face all twisted up, looked like she done saw the damn Samara come out the well. She done pressed play and her damn face is twisted up in the back of the closet. That's what the fuck she looked like. And y'all look like that to me when you be in the comments saying, yeah, man, shut up. All right, I gotta go. I think that's enough comments that we read. Let me read two more because I'm gonna cut a lot out of this, so it's not as long as I think it is. Because I was singing Beyonce for a long time, and I was like, I'm cutting it all out. Um. Okay, let's read this. This is from KSH Pittman. Just and Nene's whole heads would explode at the thought of trans men because they can't think beyond their pick me mentality. Here's Wildflowers 2022. Shirley George says men that like trans women are homosexual. Don't try and force. There's that word. Remember I told you? That word force. That word force is a trauma response. Men that like trans women are homosexual. Don't try and force straight women to deal with something we don't want. Name it whatever you want to, but Maddie is gay. She can live in the fake world she wants to. Trans women need to stop telling biological women how to feel and what to think. We never see trans men doing all of this. You need to stay in your place. That's wild as hell. You need to stay in your place. That makes me want to pop this motherfucking nail off. I want to reach through here with your, and it's always you motherfuckers with no face that got the most mouth. How you got the most mouth with no fucking face? You need to stay in your place. That shit that's pissed me the fuck off. I don't need to stay in. I don't like when nobody tells me what I need to do. You don't need to tell nobody nothing, bitch. Because somebody told you once before you need to stay in your black ass place. Didn't they tell you that before? You woman, you need to stay in your place, woman. You don't know how that you don't even understand how that feels, because you know why? You want to feel like the men feel when they oppress you. That's what you want to feel. You want to feel it, huh? You want to feel what it feels like to have a dick, don't you? Girl, I don't even want to read your motherfucking comment. The fuck out of here. Ugh. I'm gonna let it stay here so other people can see how ignorant you sound. Cat Black is my girl. I've been following her for years. She's a gem. When Janelle Monáe and Wade Brady came out, I started reading because I had never heard the term. Thanks for the education. Unlearning helps so much. Right. Shout out to the Diamante 10. She says, I know Maddie and other trans sisters are tired of explaining their existence to people choosing to be ignorant. We are all women. Jordan B888 says, we are not all at the same place in our understanding and evolution. Very true. Keep teaching and helping, but allow us to get it in our time. Updating our operating system is a process. I don't like the term cis anything. And I responded and said, this is a space that includes trans women. So if I'm speaking about trans women and cis women and need to make the distinction, I will definitely make that distinction. So yeah, you're going to have to get used to it, especially in this space. Yeah, I'm going to use it because so if I'm, especially if like these types of conversations, period. So we can make the distinction, right? Some people don't say cis women, just say women, because women are women and trans women are trans women. I think that's where she's coming from with that. Like, we're just women, just call us women, call trans women, but don't call us cis anything, right? Um, But yeah, if you're talking to some people and you were like, I'm a woman, okay, are you trans? I'm just a woman. All right, but are you trans? No, I'm a woman. But are you trans? Or are you cis? You would probably want to make the distinction. I'm a biological woman. Well, there's no such thing as a biological woman. And I had to get this girl together. It was so funny. She was like, straight men are only attracted to biological women. So I was like, okay, if we're gonna go by your biological women, then I want to show you a group of trans men. These are all really biological females, but I'm using your language. So and she came back and said, there's no such thing as a biological woman. Girl, you said that to me. Don't you think I fucking know? And even in conversation, like when we're talking, you can hear people as we're talking trying to get the language together, trying to say it in the right way, because we are conscious that other people exist, so we want to be respectful in that, so we correct ourselves when we if we misgender or say something, use the wrong pronouns or whatever. And it's just like, and people understand, and I know that trans people can feel it when somebody genuinely wants an understanding of them and what their life what's going on in their life and their journey in their life, and you really want to understand other people like that's what makes it beautiful. Humanity, being able to live in the full spectrum, because then you get to meet different people who have a different life experience. Can you imagine if we all had the same binary life experience? It literally would just be a black and white world. Is that the world you want to live in? You don't want to live in a world where people are free to express who they are. The only reason why we're having these conversations because someone is trying to box somebody in, and the others don't want to be boxed in. So that's where we're gonna keep fighting. If y'all keep having this little box you want to put motherfuckers in, we're gonna keep fighting to break the chain and hide every lock. Shout out to Kendrick Lamar. I'm gonna hide every lock. We're gonna bust this motherfucker open. You are never gonna be able to close somebody into a box. I'm not gonna stand for it, and other people are not gonna stand for it. And we're gonna not gonna be allies to this shit. We're gonna be accomplices to this shit, co-conspirators in this shit. That's how I feel about it. And I've always been like, no one has ever had to teach me to unlearn some bigotry. And I've always been accepting. I think about elementary school and I think about Brandon, and he was gay. And I knew it when we were in elementary school. I knew it. I knew he was feminine. I knew we played hopscotch together. We would make up dances to Madonna and Michael Jackson and Prince. And he had red hair, him and his brother. And I knew he was gay. I knew he was gay. I knew it. I don't know how I knew it. I, none of that was ever an issue. Like we didn't have like homophobia. Like I didn't hear that in the household I grew up in. I didn't hear that. I did not. I don't understand it. I don't get it. It really makes me want to cry because I feel sorry for people who do not want to unlearn what is harmful to them. It's crazy to me that you want to live any portion of your life trying to put a person into a box. That shit is weird, bro. It's so weird to me. I don't get it. I will never understand it. I've always been inclusive, always, always, to everybody. Even when what popped into my head is when I'm friends with this girl who is in her whole phase, and men talking shit about her, and me like coming to the front and speaking up for her. Who gives a fuck if she's doing it safely and people are consenting? Who cares if she's having sex with a bunch of men? Who gives a fuck? Why do you want to put somebody in a box? I am against the box. I'm against it. I will never understand why you would spend any portion of your life trying to oppress somebody. That shit is nuts to me. And while at the same time trying to fight for yourself to not be oppressed. And meanwhile, you're like, I'm trying to oppress somebody else, but set us free. Set us free. Who's going to protect Black women? Girl, shut up. If you're not here for all women, you're not here for Black women. Because what you're doing is enforcing the rules of the box. I'm just gonna call it the box now. Girl, y'all done got me messing up my tinted moisturizer. Girl, I just don't understand it. I really don't get it. I always think about Brandon every now and again, and Brandon is now a grown ass man. Last time I connected with him, he was in San Francisco with his man. And I knew it when we were in elementary school. We played hopscotch together, girl. We was making up dances together. I knew it. I've always been accepting. And I think about when I was in school and when I was in junior college, I remember Troy, he just gravitated towards me. Robert, he just gravitated towards me. I'm not, you're never going to get anything. I'm just going to accept you. I would have been a great mother, honey, to the kids. I would have. Cause no, and fuck you parents who have put their kids out because of their identities. Like, y'all are whack, bro. This shit is whack. It's crazy as hell. Fuck you adults who put your children out because they want to express who they are. They had to go find other people to call their family. Fuck y'all. I would have been a great mother. Girl. Because I don't play that shit. I don't like it. I don't like for people to be mistreated in any kind of way. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I can't believe that women want to keep people in boxes. Like, you're trying to break out of a box, aren't you? And then why are you running around trying to put other people in boxes? Like, that shit is crazy. That shit is crazy. I got boogers now, girl. I'm about to have a bat in the cave. I need to go. Do I got something coming up? I do. I do. So take care of each other. Protect your energy. Oh, girl. I had to get myself together before. I didn't want to go off crying. Because I don't want y'all to be like, is she okay? Because I'll be okay right after this. I just have to get it out. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to hold it in. That's another thing. Stop holding the shit in, girl. Get it out. Get the shit out. That's why I made a channel. Make your channels. Get what you want to say out. And don't try to harm people. Don't try to box people in. That shit is whack, bro. It is. It's just it's whack. I don't want to be around anybody like that. That's not because that's not the vibe. It's not a this is an exclusive club and only certain people are allowed in here. I'm gonna play that shit. Anyways, guys, I gotta go. Take care of each other. Protect your energy. Let's get down in the comments. Y'all got me looking down here looking crazy. Messing up my tinted moisturizer. Peace.